The king in the north! The king in the north!
Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. So, Ohio State. Ohio State beat Texas yesterday. You know, and we also had Notre Dame beat Penn State Thursday. I guess I'll start with Ohio State. You know, that's what people want to hear, you know. So, Ohio State beat Texas 28-14. The game went pretty much down to the wire. And for those, you know, Ohio State came in. A lot of people were overconfident, thinking they were going to score 40 or 50, you know, when the blueprints and what they had been doing was out there. And Texas has got a pretty good defense, you know, and watching the game, you know, I look at little things of how a team plays and stuff like that. Stuff that most people don't really pay attention to. Texas was nervous in that game. Texas came into that game not really knowing how good they were and maybe not knowing if they could play with Ohio State, which, as the game went along, they realized they could play with Ohio State, but it took them almost a quarter to realize that. And so they made some mistakes, you know, plays early in that game defensively. You could see guys in the right position, but still hesitating, still thinking. And you can never do that in football. You can never hesitate and think. But defensively, what Texas did is what I said you needed to do. Because it's simple. When you know football and you know how to slow something down, it's quite simple. Jeremiah Smith, Will Howard was going to Jeremiah Smith, first read, not having to really think, I can just go back there and I can throw it to him. He's going to be open. And what I said in my car live a couple times was, bet. Y'all want to treat him. He's that dude. He's unstoppable. He said, you better not single cover me. Okay, bet. We're going to double team you. We're going to bracket you. We're going to shade coverage. And that's what Texas did. And he was over there frustrated. Jeremiah Smith was over there frustrated the whole game. He was frustrated. He was mad. I can't get the ball. Now you Superman. It did give me joy to see him over there mad, frustrated because he wasn't getting the ball and stuff, you know. And then when Will Howard tried to force it to him, interception, you know, exactly what I said, you know. But that being said, Texas, okay, let's get to this. Texas Ohio State is up 21. Texas is driving down the field. Boom, hitting a big play. The tight end, bullies Caleb Downs as he steps out of bounds, sends Caleb Downs flying. Yeah, I'm for real. You know, they called a penalty, but that's neither here nor there. Next play, they get a catch to Golden for like 20, 30 more yards. So they're on like the 10, I believe, or 12, something like that. Then they get a pass interference. So now they're on the 3 or something like that, or 4. Boom. They get another pass interference. So it's first and goal on the 2, trying to tie it up. So my thinking is, you run that rock. This is big time football right now. This is big time football. This is football right here. We're on the 2. Run that rock 4 times. If you can't get 2 yards, it might have been 1 at a point. If we can't get 2 yards, 1 yard with 4 tries, we don't deserve to win. So, first down, they're in a goal line set with in the I formation. They get stopped. Gain of none or maybe gain of a half a yard. Boom. Okay. Second down, this right here is what cost Texas the chance to tie it up, the chance to win. This second down play by Sark. And this is, remember in the offseason when I was making videos about a key series or a couple plays that changed the game, that made a team lose. And it's not always the play you think. This second and goal play from Sark cost Texas the game because it was stupid. It was stupid. It was trying to be cute and trying to be outsmart Ohio State's defense, which in turn, he outsmarted himself. This was stupid right here. So he gets in a pistol. He gets in the pistol with Quinn Ewers in the back. They're in the pistol set. And he does a toss to the left. Not sure what made him think that was a good idea. You're not tricking Ohio State. The thing about a defense like an Ohio State is they're stout and they're fast. So you throwing a toss, you ain't tricking them. They've got smart players and they're fast. So that's not tricking them. So when you threw that pitch or that toss, they said, yes, let's go get him. And that's exactly what they did. Caleb Downs and them boys, they couldn't wait, and they was on his head. Loss of 7. You doggone idiot. That was stupid. That was one of the dumbest play calls I've seen. It's not the dumbest. It's up there, though. Sark. Outsmarting yourself. When you're on the 1 or the 2, you get in that goal line set, and you run that ball 4 times. You run that rock. Yeah, you could. Hey, I would have let Arch maybe run it QB power one of those times or something. I'm running the ball. This is big time football. We're going to win or lose, trusting our offensive line and our back to go and run this straight ahead so we don't lose yards. This is big time football right here. This ain't patty cake. This ain't no patty cake finesse football. This is big time football right here. This is winning time. You run that rock straight ahead. And this doggone idiot right here. Throw a little toss. Boy, Ohio State comes from the Big Ten. That's Big Ten football. You threw that toss, they was eating it up. It's just the facts. Big Ten football. I don't know what the hell that was. But, so, Ohio State smacks it. Then, 2 plays later, 4th down, Quinn Ewers gets strip sacked. Jack Sawyer takes to the house. Ball game. Hey, thanks for coming, Texas. And it's Ohio State, Notre Dame in the championship. Now, saying all that, that wasn't the only play that cost Texas. That was, on offense, that was the play that cost them. Defensively, the play that cost them was before half. They decided to blitz. I believe it was a safety. Ohio State's got the ball with like 29 seconds left or something. They come out, throw a screen. Texas decides to blitz. They throw a screen to the side that Texas blitzes from, and Travion Henderson goes 75. That was backbreaking before half. That was a backbreaking play. You know, because Texas had just scored, got the momentum, and we're about to go into half, and Ohio State goes 75 right before half. It was backbreaking also. Texas battled back, but it was backbreaking. I know I said these plays out of order a little bit, but it made me think to the other play that broke Texas, that hurt or made Texas lose. So Ohio State went in the half up 14-7 when it looked like it was going to be 7-7. But on that play, there's multiple things. That screen pass before half. There's multiple reasons why that play went like that. One, he blitzed. And the other D linemen, they didn't realize it was a screen. To stop a screen, you really want somebody to realize it's a screen on the D line because they're the closest to that back normally. But those guys just flew upfield like, oh, okay. Didn't notice that Will Howard was backpedaling. He's backpedaling for a reason. That's what you do on a screen or a little drag. You know it's going to come open and it's not a short throw. You're just biding time. You're just biding time. Backpedal, backpedal, backpedal. Oh, there it is. You know? They didn't notice. They just had that play. Texas's whole defense had a brain fart. Like, for real. It was kind of mind-boggling because I went back. I'm watching the one with my nephew, and it was mind-boggling to us. He played college football, so he knows keys, he knows coverages, he knows all these things. So it was mind-boggling to us to see that nobody on Texas's defense recognized it. And then, okay, when Travion gets the ball and turns upfield, the guys on the backside of the play, they had no urgency. Like if you go back and watch it again, you can see the backside, those guys had no urgency. It's like they just thought, oh, okay, somebody else is going to make the tackle. Somebody else is going to make the tackle. And then when nobody did, it was too late because they were jogging to the play. So that's why that play blew up like that. Because the effort was garbage. The play recognition was non-existent. And then the effort was non-existent. So that's touchdown. You ran to the play like you were expecting somebody else was going to make the tackle. Then when they didn't, it was too late. Travion was fast. That boy can fly. So that's what it is. Ohio State is going to the Natty. You know, but of course I don't want them to win. I mean, what are we talking about? But Notre Dame, you got the blueprint. If you ain't got the blueprint, go watch my stuff. I told you exactly what the blueprint is. Texas put the blueprint. They put it out there. They put it. I mean, Michigan has done it countless times, but Texas did it to a T for the most part, besides those few brain farts. You know? And if people don't know, I'll say it again. Will Howard is looking for Jeremiah Smith to bail him out most of the time as the first read. So I don't have to go through my first reads because he's so good. He gonna be open. Oh, okay, Buckethead. Let me bracket him. Let me double coverage him. Let me shade coverage over to him. So every time you look over there, you're second guessing yourself and you have to go through your reads. And you know, when you have to go through your reads and you were expecting to throw it to that first read, now here comes the pass rush. That's complementary football. So the secondary is making you hold it longer. Now my front four is getting to you and we getting sacks. It's chess, it ain't checkers. It's quite simple. And once again, people, that's not going to work, Johnny. That's not going to work. Mecca Booker and everybody else will kill us. All you want is to slow them down enough to give yourself a chance. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's 14-21. They did exactly what they needed to do. Get it into the fourth quarter to have a chance. See, when I talk football, I don't talk, this is how they're going to win. They're going to win this way. Texas is going to win. Ohio State is going to win. I don't talk football like that. I talk X's and O's and how to win. How to win. How to lose. I don't talk in absolutes on they're going to win. I don't do that most of the time. Sometimes you might catch me, but most of the time it's analysis on what to do to slow this team down, what to do to slow them down. But once again, I laid it out. Laid it out. If you watch them car lives, they did exactly what I said, and it worked. And it definitely worked. But what was the other game? You saw Will Howard. They had Will Howard struggling a little bit. They slowed Ohio State's offense down, and Quinn Ewers was making some plays. The drive to make it 14-14. Quinn Ewers. Oh, baby, that boy was making some plays. And Texas exploited a weakness in the defense that Ohio State was running, and it was the linebackers in coverage. Texas's receivers didn't have many yards, but their backs had like all of the yards. Let's see. Yep, Jaden Blue had 59 yards receiving. Wisner had 42. They both had, so their running backs really carried the offense for a little bit. The passing game, at least to me, they did. They were making like all the big plays, it seemed like. Quinn Ewers was 23 of 39, 283, 2 TDs, INT. He threw that INT at the very, very end. Will Howard, let's see what he was. 24 of 33, 289, a TD, an INT. Got a lot of that on that Travion Henderson 75-yarder. But it is what it is. But yeah. So, but this is also it. Texas shut down Ohio State's run game for the most part. 6 carries, 42 yards. 9 carries, 36 yards. Will Howard, 7 carries for 4 yards. So that's the blueprint. And this is the blueprint I laid out. This is the blueprint I laid out. Because Ryan Day, I'm going to say this and I'm going to talk about Notre Dame real quick. Ohio State, and this, when I say this stuff, it's easier said than done. They still won, but Texas slowed them down. Ryan Day, yes, right now he's throwing to set up the run, but he doesn't want to run the ball. Like, that's not something he really wants to do. He doesn't want to run it, So most of this game, Ohio State was on the struggle bus. Like they really were, But Texas made a crucial mistake before half and a crucial mistake on that second to last drive in the red. On that goal line stand that Jack Sawyer took to the house, But that was a good game. Besides Ohio State winning, but them boys was hitting both sides. They were hitting out there, flying around defensively, offensively, having to play that chess match, whether it was Sark realizing and Sark trying to go to the backs out of the backs out of the backfield, and Quinn Ewers having to make plays like, it's on you, Quinn. Come on, Quinny. It's on you. And he started to make some plays. I was like, hey, this dude is slick balling right now. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Quinn. I hate you, Ohio State. I hate you. That's but now we got Notre Dame and Penn State. Notre Dame and Penn State. These teams battled it out. They're so similar. It's like the same team almost. Notre Dame and in Penn State. The thing about this, and this came down to a bonehead call. So Notre Dame, the game is tied, I believe, 28-28. Let me verify to make sure. 24-24. The game is tied. Now I want to make sure I say this correct. Drew Allard hasn't played that well. He should have had probably 3 picks in that game. He's thrown for, because I want to set the scene with him. Drew Allar's 12 for 23, 135 at this point. He hasn't thrown the pick yet, so I'm not going to add the pick in. But he's thrown passes that should have been picked, and he got saved by a penalty or whatever. So this is what... So Penn State gets the ball. Penn State gets the ball on their own 15. Nick Singleton runs the ball for 13 yards. So now they're on their own 28. Stay with me. That's with 47 seconds left. Now, so at about 38 seconds, James Franklin tries to pass with Drew Allar. He tries to pass. The pass gets intercepted at Penn State's 42. Now, and Notre Dame runs it 3 times or throws. Notre Dame gets about 15, 20 more yards, and they kick the field goal. Ball game. Dumb Franklin. So a game like this, where your main weapon has been your backs, not your quarterback. You want to run the ball. Drew Allar hasn't showed you anything to say he's going to be able to dissect Notre Dame's defense with 30-some seconds left to get in the field goal range. So you put the ball in his hands. He throws an interception because he's not that guy. You're not that guy. It wasn't smart. To me, and I know you can say, well, look what Ryan Day did. Well, Will Howard's better than Allar. I mean, that's a fact. As much as I don't like Will Howard, he's better than Allar. Drew Allar he's not that guy. And he didn't play well enough in this game to trust him to do that. See, a player can be playing the best football of his life most of the season. But if in this game he ain't playing that well, you have to adjust accordingly. He ain't playing well enough for you to put the ball in his hands, trying to drive 50, 60 yards to kick a field goal with about 40 seconds left. He ain't that. And we ain't got the receivers. So I want to go to overtime if I'm Penn State. So then we get the ball on the 25 and I can really utilize Singleton and Allen and Warren, my big tight end. If I'm Penn State, I want to go to overtime. So putting it in his hands like he's going to do something magical and lead this drive, you got exactly what you deserve, James Franklin. You got exactly what you deserved. Because he ain't that dude. This is my thing. I don't blame players. When a player makes a bad decision, I blame the coach. Because why you even put the ball in his hands, boy? You gave him the opportunity to throw that interception. You did. So I blame you. I don't blame Allar. He ain't that guy. You the one gave him the ball like he was that guy. So I blame James Franklin. That's his fault. I would have handed that ball off. Boom, boom. If them boys is toting it and we somehow get in field goal range, great. If they don't, great. We're going to take this thing to overtime and we're going to win. But I'm not putting it in Drew Allar's hand to go 60, 50 yards in under 30 seconds. Yeah, I don't think so. He ain't did. So he's going to match. He only had 130 yards in the game. He finna match that he's going to get half of that on this drive. He's that good? No, he's not. He's not playing well. He's throwing crappy balls all game. So Notre Dame goes to the championship. Because you didn't read the tea leaves, James Franklin, and it cost you. Just like it, I mean, it always does. That dude will find some type of way to be the poster child for coaching for dummies. Yeah, here you go. put him on the cover. You the cover boy. See, this game was a battle to see who gonna make a mistake. See, it looks like Marcus Freeman's mistakes were because he was a young coach. It looks like James Franklin, your mistakes is just because, boy, you just gonna make dumb mistakes. That's just you. So you win. I was trying to see which one of y'all was gonna make a crazy dumb mistake or something. Who does this? It's you. It's you. You know, so that's what it is. We got Notre Dame, Ohio State. And I'll touch on this. Well, I guess I'll talk about it. Now, this is an interesting matchup, partly for a couple of reasons. Marcus Freeman, he's an Ohio State guy, you know, and Ohio State, he's an Ohio State guy. And Notre Dame played Ohio State last year, and they played them in 22. Last year, they really had them beat. You know, Notre Dame plays Ohio State well. So a lot of Ohio State fans or people talking like they just going to blow them out, I doubt that. You might give them a controlled butt whooping maybe. I'm not even sure if y'all going to be able to do that. This one might come down to the wire. Because this is the thing about football. No matter if you're high-powered offense or whatever you are, if you play defense, you have a chance. Yeah. I mean, Michigan, our offense was trash this year. But we locked Ohio State down, so we have a chance. When you play defense, good or great defense, you have a chance. So, that's what they got to do. Notre Dame has slowed Ohio State down the past 2 years, similar to how Michigan did. They just had a few coaching mistakes that messed it up, and then they lost, or they gave up a big play when they pretty much had them under wraps. So, I don't expect Ohio State to just blow them out, because Notre Dame should be pretty comfortable playing them. Most of those dudes are still on the team, you know, so they should be comfortable playing them, you know. Hopefully they're not nervous like Texas was nervous. You could see Texas was nervous like, oh, can we play with these guys? And that's a bad mindset to have anyway. I don't see how Sark let those dudes come into that game thinking, can we play with them? Well, you were supposed to have that team knowing they could play with them. Because they can. Most of them dudes are recruited at the same level as Ohio State players. But Notre Dame, yeah, they've played against Ohio State the last 2023 and 2022, and they were close games, you know. And Notre Dame has good pass defense, and Notre Dame plays like a Harbaugh team from 2022 or 2023. They play similar to that. We're going to run that rock down your throat. We're going to play great defense, you know. The question is, my only question for Notre Dame really is, can Riley Leonard make enough throws to win the game? I trust that Notre Dame is going to have a good game plan for Ohio State defensively. I trust that he's going to have that. It's just, even if you hold a team to 13 or 17, that quarterback's still going to have to make a couple throws, a couple big-time, crucial situation throws. Can Riley Leonard make them consistently? Not in the last game, not in the game before, but in this national championship game. Can he make those throws? I don't know. But Notre Dame is tough. You know, when you play a tough physical style, it gives you a chance, you know. You know, the same way we got Ohio State in the phone booth and wore them out in the fourth. That's the same. That's what you want to do. Texas was right there. They were right there also. Kind of got him in the phone booth. It's just Sark wanted to get cute. Throw a little toss. I don't trick him. Throw a toss. Just toss it on out there. Boy, stop that pansy ball. You run that rock 4 times down their throat. Let them know we about to take this. That's what you do. Now, throw a little pitch. Pitch it to the outside. Boy, Caleb Downs and them boys was looking like wolves when you threw that toss. Oh, they soft. They still soft. That's what they was thinking. Oh, they soft. Let's get them. Let's get them. Eating it up. Finger looking good. Whoo, I hate Sark. Whoo, you made me mad yesterday, boy. Because Quinn Ewers was balling. I hate Ohio State, bro. But, let's see. Ohio State, Notre Dame, I mean, that's what it is, you know. Ohio State, they're going to have to find a way to consistently move the ball with Jeremiah getting bracketed, getting doubled and stuff like that, because it bogged their offense down. It did. It bogged it down. You know, and people, thinking that you're going to be invincible. If I can sit at home and give a game plan by doing light work, I'm not doing the work like a college coach. If I can sit at home and watch YouTube and understand how to bog that offense down, best believe other teams are going to figure it out. You know, if these dudes are good at their job, it ain't that hard to figure out. You know, so best believe you're going to see a lot of what you saw today. I mean, last night, you know. So I don't think it'll be a blowout, but I don't know if Notre Dame has enough on offense to win it. Even if their defense does come to play. Notre Dame needs to get a lead early. They need to come out and get up 7-0 or somehow get up 14-0. It can happen. I know people they're gonna get up 14-0 on our defense. We're the best ever. Oh, shut up. It's football. Penn State was up on y'all 10-0 or whatever it was. So it's football. You never know what can happen in a game, whether it's an interception, a fumble, you know what I'm saying? And the last thing is the breaks of a football game. And I'm gonna get out of here. Football is such a game of inches. You know, watching that game and me and my nephew talking about it, you know, because it's such a game of inches. So thinking of Jack Sawyer gets the strip sack. Oh, the ball, he hits him and the ball is just right there, nobody around, and he can pick it up and, you know, jog on to the end zone, 80, 90 yards. But then you have Texas earlier in the game, I think it was in the third quarter, they get a strip sack. The ball falls right, almost directly under Will Howard. So he doesn't really have to do anything. All he has to do is go like this, and he's got it back. You know what I'm saying? It's such a game of inches. There was a play where Ohio State was trying to Will Howard was trying to throw a screen or something, and the Texas defender tips it. He tips it. The ball is hanging up. I think Travion is like this, waiting on it, but it comes down Travion is waiting on it. The Texas defender flies in, and if this ball hangs up just a millisecond longer, he's gonna pick it and go to the house. It's gonna be a pick six, but the ball comes down earlier. It's just a tip pass. You know, all those little millisecond and game of inches plays. It's so interesting to me, you know, how one can go one way and one goes the other way. It's all kind of luck a little bit, you know. It's all some of it is just, it's just not your day, you know. It's so interesting to me though. But that's all I got for this one, y'all. That was a good game. As much as I hate Ohio State, that was a good game. You got to see some real football and some heart on both sides. On both sides. Quinn Ewers showed a lot of heart. Sark, you're an idiot. You still want to be soft. Ryan Day, coaching, doing some good coaching. Hey, it is what it is. But that's all I got for this one, y'all. We'll see how the game plays out when it's time. And hopefully Notre Dame wins. This is just bad. This is bad. Notre Dame, if you're listening, help! So that's all I got. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.
It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great.